How's it going, guys? We had a very long Warriors Den yesterday with a ton of information, so I figured I might break these up into a couple different videos. That way you can watch just the videos you want to see, and you don't have to sit through a 18-minute long video just to get all of the information. So for this first one, let's jump into Vortigern, Moveset, and the Black Priors. So to kick it off, we did get the Vortigern trailer on Wednesday. With that, we see a little bit of his backstory. That was accompanied with a blog post that tells us about Vortigern and his story. Vortigern is the head of the Black Priors cult. He used to be a part of a different order, and everything changed when he met Apollyon. He then left the Blackstone Legion to take down Apollyon, and that's where we're at now. The Black Priors are the canon reason why the volcano has been held for so long by the Knights. They've been protecting Mount Ignis from the Vikings and Samurai, so they've officially confirmed the memes in canon. We also have Moveset, which is the female Black Prior that they will be using as lore. She also was not always a Black Prior, and rather became that later. And the heroes that we play in-game are just Black Priors. Vortigern is a specific one, Moveset is a specific one, and we don't play them. That being said, there is a little bit of conflicting information because last week they did tell us that Moveset is the one we play as, but this week they're reiterating that we don't actually play canon lore matches as these heroes. I figured that would be a given, seeing as we play like 1,000 matches a day, but oh well. From there, we have a art dive on the Black Prior. They were a part of a larger cult, so they did their best to represent the different cult activities. Some of that means that we have scarification for certain skins, showcasing their dedication to the dark arts. They've also moved the ornaments from the helmet to the shoulder pads. This gives them a unique silhouette on the shoulders, as well as the ability to make really unique helmets without having to worry about strapping a coin to their forehead. And with his unique silhouette, he's also getting a lot of really unique shields. One of them is an embossed dragon sticking out of the shield. Looked absolutely great. We've also got some Chaos Warrior style shields if you're into that. There's a very wide range of armors as well. If you're into open helmets, there's some completely helmetless, hoodless faces as well. If you're into the stronger helmets, you get some really beefcake helmets that you can wear. You also have some Reaper masks that will be customizable. There's just a lot of customization for this hero. He's basically 3 different heroes put into one for what we've gotten in the past. If you want to be an edgelord, this is your chance. For those of you who have seen the trailer, you do know that he says darkness, very weird. Well, that's a new bot. They've seen all the memes, and that will be coming as well, so we will have a Black Prior bot named Darkness. If you're not familiar and you haven't seen the bits that are on screen or listened to me for the past 2 minutes, he does have a sword and a kite shield. With this kite shield, he's being centered around it, and he's getting a very unique ability that gives him the ability to block and move in all block stance. It is a normal block, not a superior block like the other all blocks, and with it, you can do a properly timed button press and flip heroes over you. It will interrupt special moves like Shaman's Bash or Demon's Embrace. It will also block unblockables if you do the properly timed thing. So those of you like me raiders out there who like to throw out your zone attacks and ganks, well, here's our kryptonite. So from his Bulwark stance, which is his all block, he does have an unblockable heavy. His heavy finishers are also undodgeable. So if you're in a chain, you get undodgeable property on your finishers. His heavy opener can be feinted into a bash similar to Conqueror's as well. His zone is just a bash, but it can be followed up with heavies. So you can think Gladiator Zone, except rather than swinging the trident, you simply get the ability to choose whether or not, so you don't have to press the feint button. As for feats, he does have a feat that gives him the ability to grant a shield to his teammates, eating a little bit of his own health. With that, he has a level 2 feat, which will let him heal that health back that he gave to a teammate. Your tier 2 feat lets you heal while in Bulwark stance, so if you are using your all block, you will generate health. I think 5 HP every 2 seconds, so it's not super strong, but it's pretty good. He then gets a tier 3 feat that removes shields from people, including revenge shields. I'm not too excited to see this one in game because this seems really overpowered and really mechanic negating, and I don't like that, but nonetheless, it's a very strong feat and the Black Prior gets it. His tier 4 unique feat is a pulsing shield on friends around him. These are not permanent shields. It is not like Phalanx on the Centurion. This is instead a pulsing area shield that disappears once the Black Prior leaves the range. And then as a developer note, the balance for the Bulwark is supposed to be that it is very risky for a guard break counter because you cannot counter guard break, so that's the opener. If the opponent just simply cancels their attack and throws a guard break, you will be very vulnerable to that. They didn't really show us how long that vulnerability is, but I would expect it to be a substantial length, whereas if you make a missed call, a feint and a guard break could get you. As a more standard overview of his moveset, he will be getting a free chain of 2 attacks from light heavy, heavy light, light light, heavy heavy. He also has the ability to go into his shield bash lift up thing with a light attack chain. So if you do a light attack and then do a guard break, you will do the shield bash lift thing. He also has the ability to cancel attack recoveries by throwing out his Bulwark stance, similar to how Conqueror can. He also gets the half deflex that characters such as Tiandi and Valkyrie get, where the guard direction flips to the direction that you are dodging. And with that, he also has a new mechanic. I don't know if the other heroes actually have this or not, but he can transition to Bulwark stance immediately after blocking an attack. This will cancel some of the startup cost and give you the ability to counter immediately. It should make for an interesting take on a tanky hero that is also proactive in fighting. They did show us a little bit of gameplay on the matches that they played on the stream, but they also tended to focus on not the Black Priors, so who knows. We'll have to wait until next week before we get our hands on it, but I am so excited to do so. I do believe that covers most everything about the Black Prior, so let me know, are you excited? Do you think this hero is going to be too strong? Do you think he's going to be too weak? Do you think these unique mechanics are too much? Not enough? And with that, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.